and welcome to that program that prioritizes you. And you know what that is? You and your body. And we do that because you are so special. And of course, this is You and Your Body on Immaculate Television Station. And I am your host, Miracle Adeniyi. On previous episodes, we've talked about food nutrients, we've talked about minerals and the wonderful things they do to our body. All right, I hope those information that are being given to you, you are using them very well, you're doing justice to them, okay? Because we are here to enlighten you and to give you useful tips which will help you to promote your health, both physically, emotionally, and of course, otherwise. All right. Today, we are going to be deviating, we're going to be looking at something really special. And we are going to be talking about children with special needs. And of course, I have here with me a speech pathologist. She's well knowledgeable about children with special needs. And she is Mrs. Eyitayo. Today, we are going to be tapping from her wealth of knowledge, and of course we're bringing this information to you to put you on the guard. All right, so areas where you need to guard up yourself to prevent anything that is preventable, and of course correct what is correctable. Okay, today you get to learn all of that. Welcome to You and Your Body. After this short break, you'll meet my guests. I have here with me, as I said, Mrs. Eyitayo. She's a speech pathologist. You are welcome, Ma.
Thank you.
All right. So, how is everything? How's your work been? Working with children with special needs and all of that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. She's so passionate about what she does. Anytime we get to talk about this, she keeps talking, and you can feel that passion in what she says. But right now, we're going to be starting with the question: what does it mean when we say a child has a special need? What do we mean by that?
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
Children with special needs, they're special, just like we regard them. They're special. And a lot of times when you see a child that needs support, we say such a child has a special condition. Every child needs support.
Okay.
But children that are physically challenged, sometimes mentally challenged, we see them as children that need support.
Okay.
Any child that has limitation in daily functioning, one way or the other, you might see a child physically and the child doesn't have any physical impairments, but the child needs support in daily functioning. We say such a child has special condition.
Okay.
Has special needs. Okay. And special needs come in diversified situations, conditions. A lot of times you see children with special needs having mental, developmental issue. We have physical impairments. We have sensory and behavioral impairments. I mean, and a lot of others. Such children, we see them as children with special needs.
All right. Okay, so what causes these situations that makes us say this child is a child with special needs?
Yes.
What are the various causes?
Okay. Typically,
Yes.
our science has given us a lot of discoveries, and we realize that children with special needs or children with special conditions, they come in either having it congenitally,
Okay.
or developmental stage issue, or even through trauma.
Wow. Okay.
So
probably an event happened around the child.
Maybe there's an accident.
Okay.
Accidents is not, they are not things that you envisage to have,
Yeah, okay.
but things happen.
Okay.
So through accidents, some children may develop a special condition, and they need support so that they can have a good daily living. They won't have limitations in their daily living. As long as a child or even an adult has limitation in their daily living,
yes,
they are special needs.
Okay, I think since we mentioned congenital first,
Okay.
probably let's just talk about that now.
Okay.
All right. So, what are the situations that can happen around that delivery time and the rest? Probably during delivery, during the pregnancy, after delivery. You know, what are the situations that could happen that could lead to this?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
It's very good that we're starting on the
From that,
congenital issue.
yes.
Because a lot of times it is through the mother during pregnancy that children with special needs develop this special condition.
Okay.
That is one of the means by which children develop special conditions congenitally. And when we say congenitally, we say situations where the child was born with that condition.
Yes.
That is the congenital aspect of
it.
the special needs.
All right.
So when a woman is pregnant, we expect that the woman goes and seek for medical attention. Immediately, a woman realizes that, oh, she has missed a period, she is expected to go to the hospital and report herself.
Yes.
That is where you have specialized individuals that will take up the situation from there. They are knowledgeable. They know what to do at every stage thereof. They know what is obtainable at every stage thereof. I mean, a lot of times when you get to the hospital, in fact, there are hospitals that they will even tell you at 16 weeks, you go for a anomaly scan. There are different scans that you go for.
Wow.
At 16, I mentioned earlier during our discussion that you may have 16-week scan.
Okay.
And because that's majorly because there are issues that come genetically.
Okay.
Genetic issues, if they are not issues that you can say, okay, let me use something, they give you a medication and you use and it's clear. It may be from 5 generations away. Is a situation.
Wow.
Generation 1 may not have it, generation 2 may not have it, generation 3 may not have it, up to the 4th generation. The woman may not know. You can only get to know by visiting the hospital where there are specialists that will work on it. Okay, they take the woman through the anomaly scan.
Okay.
And when she goes through the anomaly scan, the result of the scan shows if the child is okay. The result will even tell you, oh, this scan shows that it's possible the child has cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is also it's from the brain.
Condition of the brain.
Yes, it's condition of the brain because the brain controls every part of our body.
Yes.
Or you want to lift your leg, you get the message from the brain.
Yes.
But a lot of times, children with cerebral palsy have it in reversed form. Their brain will not be able to tell them control drooling. You know, that's when you say children that drools, they have saliva all over them.
Okay.
It's not, it's not something it's just the condition of the brain. You see such a child having the hand is malformed. It's not as if the child it's the condition of the brain that is not sending message. He or she has the hand,
yes.
they have the leg, but the condition of the brain is not relaying message to the muscles. Most of these things they come from the brain.
Okay, now let's see if it's genetical, it's passed from generations, upward. Is there anything that could be done? Medically, probably is detected very early.
That's the work of the anomaly scan.
Okay.
And it takes a woman to identify where to go.
Okay.
To have the anomaly scan.
Okay. Well, presently in Nigeria, is this anomaly scan? Is it something they do regularly? or just in some special hospitals?
I mean, federal hospitals.
Okay.
I mean, when you get to federal hospitals,
Okay.
state hospitals.
At what time in the pregnancy? How
Like
many
16
weeks?
weeks.
Okay, they desire that.
Yes,
the
that's
request
why, yes.
is being done to every pregnant woman
It
that
is
goes
very
there.
important for a woman to realize that she has missed her period and enter into a hospital, a general hospital, a good hospital,
Okay.
where she will have facilities.
Okay.
So a lot of our federal state hospitals, they have facilities to check on these things because there is awareness everywhere.
Okay.
There is awareness of, just like we are online now, we are having, this is an awareness program. So if anyone is watching and, oh, you realize that you missed your period, just go straight to, it's because you don't know what is coming from 5 generations.
Okay.
So that we don't have passed the 16 weeks and they'll be like, oh, sorry, 16 weeks is over, you can't go through the
yes.
anomaly
And that's
scan.
about 4 months.
4 months.
And some people don't go before then.
Exactly.
Many people
That
don't
is
go
the
before then.
challenge. So most women decide, oh, when it's 6 months, I go and register at the
Yes,
hospital.
that's it.
You don't know what is coming in 5 generations. So you have to be sure that you are making everything to avoid having such a situation. It's not a palatable situation a lot of times.
So, for instance, a woman goes to the hospital and she discovers that probably there is a congenital issue. Okay. What could be done? Can the situation be salvaged at that point? Let's say 16 weeks. What could be done?
That will now be left for the
Specialist
in that
area.
field.
Okay.
So when they realize that this is the situation, then they have the regular discussion with the mother,
Okay.
with the parents of the child, if the fetus is allowed to continue
Okay.
or not.
Wow. Oh my God.
So which is, I mean, the advice and counseling, the parents will understand the child needs to come out all.
Yeah.
So the specialists in that area, they will know how to put things in. Yes.
All right. So assuming it's not a genetical,
Yes.
thing, what could cause such issues that will make a child to become one with special needs? For instance, it's not genetical. The generations ahead, they don't have it. What could the mother, is it from the carelessness of the mother? Is it because she didn't take her routine drugs? Is it, what could lead to it?
Yes, a lot of times, the carelessness of the mother.
Wow.
Sometimes the woman may say, this is my lifestyle.
Okay.
So a lot of times it's advisable for a woman in pregnancy to heed to counsel. Professional counsel from medical professionals. Oh, you are pregnant, you get to the hospital. Oh, do you drink? Are you on drugs? I mean, if you're on drugs, that could be you. But for the purpose of the child, you can go off drugs for 9 months.
Some time, yes.
When the child is born,
out.
I mean, it's now your decision. Which one is good for you? Oh, when I was off, is it good for me than when I am on? Okay, if a woman is an alcoholic, oh, for the period of that time, for the purpose of that child, go off alcohol. It's not advisable for a woman to be on alcohol
while she's pregnant.
It's totally out of it.
Okay.
So as it's advisable, if you are alcoholic and you are pregnant, you want to avoid having a child with special condition because you don't know which one will even lead to it. So that one is on a part of, this is my lifestyle. At the same time, when a woman is pregnant, a lot of counsel goes out. Oh, be very careful. You know what to do and what not to do. Oh, I'm a workaholic. I know how to work very well. You know, I mean, you might be a workaholic at the period of pregnancy. It might not be good for you. You have to, reduce. That's why a lot of times government give us maternity leave.
Yes. Yes.
Because the government also have the awareness of this, that the woman needs a time during pregnancy to take care of the pregnancy.
Yes.
So after pregnancy, after delivery, the woman can go back to be a very workaholic woman. Yes, if she's
so
exactly.
Okay.
But for the period of the pregnancy, and when a woman is in pregnancy and you realize you are not feeling fine, please don't don't start prescribing drugs for yourself.
Self-prescription.
Yes, self-prescription we have cases where self-medication have led a lot of women into, I mean, being hospitalized for close to 9 months of pregnancy. And when a woman is pregnant, you're supposed to be exercising and all, and the woman is trapped to bed. You know. So a lot of times when the women have gone and taken self-medication, and which you are not supposed to take, the child is affected. They are struggling to save the child and save the mother. Fine. The medical practitioners, we might be trying to save the child during pregnancy, and we are also trying to save the mother. But it's just to save the child and the mother. What about the state of health, state of mind? What about the mental condition of the child when the child is out? So a lot of times when the child is out and the child is going to the developmental milestone, that is when all these things start coming out.
Show up. Okay.
So when I have patients that come in at maybe age 2, age 3, a lot of times I tell people, see, when you see a child having some limitation or some challenges in daily living, just bring the child for assessment. Because we believe in early intervention. When you realize a child has limitation in daily living, or what is effortless for some children, the child is having challenge.
Okay.
The child cannot stay put. I mean, we have cases of autism.
Okay.
We have cases of dysphagia.
Okay.
We have different cases. We have mental retardation in different levels.
Speech.
We have speech delay. We have speech disorder.
Okay.
So all these things, when you realize them at certain time during the developmental milestone, in fact, it is during the developmental milestone that all these things show forth. Even if it is a congenital issue, except for children that maybe their cases or their we also show physical disability alongside mental disability.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now we've seen the care that the pregnant mother has to ensure that she gets while she's pregnant to avoid issues that can make a child become one with that of a special need. All right. So aside the issue of pregnancy, we've seen that of genetical, congenital, and giving birth. Which other, what could also lead to this particular situation?
There's what we call the acquired situation.
Okay.
We have the congenital, we have developmental, we have acquired.
Okay.
Some children acquire special condition.
Okay.
I mean, they were not born with it.
Yes.
The mother has taken all precautions to avoid and all during the developmental milestones. She has taken time. But a child might acquire special condition at age 5, age 10 by accident.
Okay.
By accident. When a child falls down, a lot of times we advise, just avoid the child hitting his head. Avoid the child. I mean, a child might have a broken arm, broken leg, but avoid the child.
Especially as a baby.
Especially,
I've seen situations where babies fall down from the hands of their father or mother or someone else.
So special needs can be acquired. It can be acquired when the child is still a baby. It might be acquired when the child is grown. It might be acquired during delivery.
Okay.
I mean, a child might not have a genetic problem, maybe from one generation or another. The child may acquire it during delivery. Maybe the woman has delay in delivery.
Okay. Yeah.
And a lot of times now science has given us a way out. When there is a stress during delivery and it's going to affect the mother, also affect the baby, a lot of times specialists will say, go for a CS.
What do you mean by stress? Is it prolonged labor?
Prolonged labor.
Okay.
When there's prolonged labor, it can lead to a special condition.
Situations.
And when there's prolonged labor, or maybe there is a misplacement of the child coming out from the birth canal, they may decide to use birth tools forceps and all to try to reposition the child so that the child comes headlong. I mean, when a child is being born, the child come headlong through the birth canal.
Yeah.
So when the child is not come, the child cannot come with leg. So they insist that the woman goes through the regular birth, then they will have to turn the child to come headlong.
Okay. I
So
don't
in the
know.
place of turning the child,
Yes.
they use birth tools, forceps, like all these uh, uh, scissors, forks, kind of tools. In the process of trying to turn the child, a lot of things happen. It can pierce, it can touch, it can, So those are acquired situations.
Okay. All right. And I heard something that if a child stays beyond 9 months, I don't know if you be able to, but let me just say this: if a child stays beyond 9 months, probably 9 months and 2 weeks, 9 months and 3 weeks, or even to up to 10 months, are there some issues that could come up from that?
Oh, no.
Okay, because I heard someone saying that if a child stays too long in the womb, probably above 9 months, going to 10 months, it could make the child hyperactive.
The only thing that can
I
happen
don't
at
know
that
if,
time
yeah,
is, the amniotic fluid would
okay,
have dried up.
okay,
The water that the child flows
okay,
in the womb.
okay,
At 38, 39, 40 weeks, the fluid starts reducing.
okay.
When it's 40 weeks, I mean, the womb would have dried up. The child would not have anything to swim in.
So it
That's the
becomes
only,
a
yeah, it
bit,
becomes very difficult and
yes,
I mean,
very
not
inconvenient.
comfortable, yes,
Yes,
for the
yes.
child to stay in the womb at
Okay,
that time. So
okay.
whatever happens in there, in fact, the child may not even, it's just on special cases that you have children surviving in the womb after nine
After nine
months.
months.
It
Okay.
can lead to stillbirth. So when a child is 41 weeks, in fact, that's for me, that's just the highest. At 38 weeks, the child is
Yes,
ripe to
can
come out.
come out. Yes, a
At
child can
39
come
weeks,
out.
not
It's
necessarily 40
beautiful.
weeks,
Yes,
is just
30
okay. At
years.
41 weeks, the child
It's
is still fine.
already okay. It's still
After
fine.
41
1 week,
weeks,
then it
things
gets
the
to
child needs to come
must
out.
come out.
It is
Just
no
must come
longer
out.
comfortable for the child to be in there.
All
I mean, there are a
right.
lot of other things that can happen. Maybe you just see that this child develops this different kind of skin from what the baby would have come out
Yes,
with. You
yes,
have like like an adult kind of skin. You
yes.
might have
The
skin issues
the
and all
hair
and all.
is already
Yeah, the hair is
looking.
exactly.
Yes.
So there are little things that might physically be observant when the child comes out, but it may
Okay.
not affect the child mentally.
Okay.
It might
Okay.
not cause any special condition
Okay.
in any way.
Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
just it.
Okay. Okay, we are wrapping up now. What advice in about 30 seconds or 40 seconds do you have for our audience out there?
Okay, I mean anywhere I go, a lot of times I kind of create awareness for children with special needs.
Okay.
Children with special needs, children with special conditions, they are like every other person. They don't need to be stigmatized.
Wow.
They don't need stigma in any way. For them to live a functional day-to-day life, they don't need stigmatization.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's
it.
it.
All right. They don't need stigmatization. Peradventure, you have a child with special needs just close to you. Okay. Please try as much as possible to encourage them. Okay. To make them be the best. Of course, they can also contribute their own quota to the development of the world. All right. That's how we're going to be wrapping it up on today's episode of You and Your Body. And wonderfully, my guest is also coming up on another special episode where she will be giving us so much from her wealth of knowledge. And I know you don't want to miss that. Okay, so make it a date, same time, same station on our next episode. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Miracle Adeniyi. Welcome to that program that prioritizes you, and that's because you are so special. Welcome to you and your body. I'm your host, Miracle Adeniyi, and you're on to Immaculate Television Station. Okay, on our last episode, we talked about children with special needs, and a speech pathologist was here in person of Mrs. Eyitayo, and she shared so much with us, and she really gave us from her wealth of knowledge. And of course, she's still very much here to share so many more things with us, and we are continuing with children with special needs, okay, because we are so particular about these children, and we know that they have their quotas to contribute